Can you see what's wrong here? So we had a lot of wind last night, and this is completely destroyed. This board apparently fell at some point after this portable chicken run was blown over. This is really, really upsetting to me because although it's not hard to make the chicken run, it's not easy either. So it's repairable. I'm going to have to replace this end piece, and it's not as bad as it looks. It's just so many things going on right now. This is just one more thing to upset me. There you go. I know this board is heavy, and usually I prop it so that it's, out. Let me get it so I can show you. So that it's out. See how it's at an angle? So the wind can't move it. But I must not have had it propped enough. And it was at one point 18 mile an hour winds. I assume it got even, bigger winds. Well, it looks like, just from looking right here, that I'm going to need to replace this end cap, this end cap, this end cap, this piece, which I may actually have, this piece, which is also broken. So basically the framework of the end of it. It doesn't appear that the lid was broken. No, it was. I can feel it already. Yeah, that was broken in there too. So I'm going to have to take this off. I'll have to do that with two hands. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See this section right here? Yeah. I'll have to replace that cap and some more pipes. The rest of it over here, I'll double check, but the rest of it looks okay. Now, I did make it so that these pieces would come apart here in the center. So this end third is all glued. This end third is glued. But this center section is not glued to the other section. Yeah, I know you want out, but you can't come out. Yeah, you're going to be stuck in there, which is not really that big of a deal. This is pretty big. Okay, this kennel is 10 feet by 6 feet, so technically they have plenty of room. The reason I have the portable run was because I created it and made it so that I could bring the chickens out into the yard and not into the regular coop when they were little. You know what I mean? And you'll see videos of that, of them inside the portable run playing in the yard before I had this. Because there's no way I can put chickens in here when they're, even a couple weeks old, because they would just slip through this. You guys can't do that now. And see this board right here? This? I had that on top of this to help keep it down when there was strong wind. Clearly, that doesn't do it. And the main reason is because I have the tarp on it, and that just created a wind sail. It was like whoosh and took off. If I didn't have this tarp on it, that might not have happened. But that board would have fallen regardless because I didn't have it set up at a proper angle, apparently. So yeah, that's what I was greeted to this morning as I came out of the house. I was like, something doesn't look right. Look at it from this side. Look at that. Completely smashed. You know, there's part of me that's like, it is what it is. There's, it's not spilt milk, but don't cry about it. But I'm still upset. 'Cause I'm going to have to, I either have to rebuild this entirely or just forget about it. Now, one thing I'm thinking of is because I don't use it as an actual portable run, what I mean by that is I don't put chickens in it and leave them in it, as if it's their coop. I could literally, instead of having it 9 feet long, have it 6 feet long and just take off the end of this. It would mean reworking the lid, but it would be quite a bit shorter. Instead of coming out to here, it would come out to about here. And it would only give them this extra little boop, boop right here. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maybe that's what I'll do. Instead of rebuilding this whole thing, I'm just going to cut it down to size. And then that tarp, when I do have it on, will fit the whole length of it. That takes care of that, doesn't it? Okay, I think I might have a plan. Yeah, now I'm going to take off for a while. I am. How are you, Phoenix? This is Phoenix. And Parkour Chick is next to her. And then Miss Cloud's in the distance. The ladies are eating a little bit of steak tonight. They still freak out when they see these things. They're like, what is it? Is it alive? No. But now they're understanding what it is. And I'll put a bone down like this and they go for it. Over here we have cucumber and plain yogurt, which they also like. Complete opposite, of this over here. You gonna eat that some more, Miss Cloud? I'll work on it. So the portable run is gone. I may or may not make another one. The pieces are around the side of the house, and I'm gonna keep them. I was planning on taking it down for the winter anyway. Primarily because, it's kind of in the way. It's neat, but it is a bit of a nuisance and it is in the way. So my plan was to take it down. I kind of wish it hadn't been taken down in such a violent way and a permanent way. But I am thinking of making it, the plans for the portable chicken run are essentially 9 feet by 3 feet. And you use PVC piping and, the green chicken wire mesh. So I'm just going to make it probably more like 6 feet by 3 feet. Just take 1/3 of it off. Because 1/3 of it got damaged. Yes. All right. If you watch any of the videos, you can see that I'm slowly making this part of the yard more park-like. So I have the trees. We have some trees planted. I just got some grasses, some different grasses you can see in the distance. And just some other little shrubs. They love to dig around in the bark, and underneath that is weed block. But see, she just found a worm. This pile of dirt here was basically whenever I dig up areas of grass, to plant trees, I'd bring the clumps over here and I just piled it up, kept piling it, and then eventually putting the compost that I make and the compost that I got for free from the city. And then I planted these herbs on here. Just sort of wander over here. This one is pretty small. And again, it is clumps of grass and clumps of really bad dirt.
The only problem is that they're kind of digging at it too soon. See what she's doing right there. I do have these ground cover plants here. It's cloud. Oh, I gotcha. Oh yeah, I gotcha. Oh, yes, I do. But you know, I need to sort of distract them. Come on, chirp chirp. Come on. Yeah, I don't want them digging on that yet. It's not strong enough to withstand. They'll just flatten it out. Come on, chirp chirp. Come on, Phoenix. Could you get off this hill? Could you knock it off? Could you knock it off? Quit. Yeah, quit. Oh boy, let's see if I can get him over here. Oh my gosh. Stop destroying my yard. Look at him. Silly chickens. I bet you when he's mowing, it stirs up some of the bugs. So they're like, this is kind of good. Just don't chase us with that thing. You finding bugs? Oh, yeah. Hello, PK. Yes. Spilled chicken feed. Eat it up. Good job.